In the heart of a bustling city of data, a young AI apprentice named Alpha wakes up for its first day of learning. Much like a curious child, Alpha is ready to soak in knowledge, eager to understand and grow. But unlike us, Alpha won't be learning from textbooks or teachers. Instead, its classroom is the vast, exciting world of data. Imagine this world as an endless library filled with images, videos, and text. Alpha dives into this sea of information, studying and processing it bit by bit. It learns from pictures, recognizing patterns and identifying objects. It understands languages by scrutinizing countless lines of text. All these are part of Alpha's learning journey, its way of gaining knowledge. But remember, Alpha is still an apprentice. It's still learning, still growing, and like us, it's bound to make mistakes. But with every stumble it learns, it adapts and it gets smarter. Determined, Alpha steps into the vast world of data, ready to begin its journey of learning. Alpha doesn't learn in a classroom or from books. It studies data, lots and lots of data. Imagine you're a detective, and you've been given a huge box full of different pieces of evidence. Pictures, text messages, video clips, and more. Your job is to sort through all that information and find the connections, the patterns that will help you solve the mystery. That's a lot like what Alpha does. But instead of solving crimes, Alpha is learning new skills. It might be studying millions of pictures to learn how to recognize a cat, or poring over hours and hours of speech recordings to understand different languages. This is where things get interesting. Just like you might notice that a certain type of footprint always shows up at the scene of the crime, Alpha starts to notice patterns in the data it's studying. It might notice that pictures of cats often have pointy ears and whiskers, or that a certain sound is always made when someone says the word hello. These patterns are the clues that Alpha uses to learn. And the more data it studies, the more clues it finds, and the better it gets at its task. But remember, it's not just about the quantity of data, but also about the quality. Poor quality data can lead to confusion and mistakes. Alpha, like a dedicated detective, tirelessly studies the data, finding patterns and connections, continuously improving its skills. With each passing day, Alpha becomes more proficient, learning new skills and improving the old ones. Just like a young artist learning to paint, Alpha starts with simple tasks. It might begin by recognizing objects, distinguishing a cat from a dog, or a car from a bicycle. It can even go beyond visuals and dive into languages, understanding the difference between hello and goodbye, or yes and no. But as we all know, learning isn't always a walk in the park. Alpha faces its fair share of hurdles. One of the biggest challenges is the quality and quantity of data. Think of data as Alpha's textbooks. If the textbooks are wrong, or if there aren't enough of them, Alpha might stumble and make mistakes. For instance, if we teach Alpha to recognize animals using only pictures of pets, it might get confused when it sees a wild animal for the first time. So, the more diverse and accurate the data, the better Alpha can learn. Now imagine you could teach Alpha a new skill. What would it be? And what kind of data would you provide? Would you teach it to identify different types of birds using pictures and descriptions? Or maybe you'd teach it to play a musical instrument, providing sheet music and sound recordings. Even though Alpha occasionally stumbles and makes mistakes, it never gives up, always eager to learn more and grow smarter. As Alpha continues to learn and improve, it wonders about the future of AI apprentices like itself. What does the future hold for these digital learners? Well, just like the kids who grow up to become doctors, engineers, chefs, and artists, AI apprentices too have a vast sea of possibilities ahead. Imagine a world where AI apprentices help us understand the mysteries of the universe, or assist doctors in finding cures for diseases. They might even help us make our planet greener and cleaner. But remember, AI apprentices, like any eager learner, need good teachers and lots of quality data to learn from. And what about mistakes? Well, just like us, AI apprentices will make mistakes, and that's okay, because mistakes are how we learn and grow, right? Alpha, our young AI apprentice, has a long journey ahead, filled with learning, growth, and endless possibilities. And who knows, maybe one day you'll be the one teaching an AI apprentice.